first fruits and the trespass offering and the gift of the shoulder and the sacrifice of sanctification and the first fruits of the holy thing.
Yep. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Give tithes too, man.
Yep. Got a problem with that.
Yeah, niggas definitely have a problem with that. You have no. Where are you niggas protesting Esau and taking money out your taxes, man? There's an ongoing tax movement. Why don't you, if it's such a big thing about giving money to somebody, why don't you join that movement, man? You niggas are full of shit, man. You have nothing to say about Esau taking 30%, man. But you don't want to give 10% or what you can to the apostles and elders.
And they don't force that on you.
Okay.
You know, that's just for the brothers that are in the faith, that actually know the scriptures, to go ahead and do such, because we know the scriptures ask us to do that. But for you niggas on the comment boards, no one told you to give tithes. You niggas are just renegade, man.
Yeah.
But just because you're such demons, you gotta find fault with everything, man. You ain't got like the brother said, you ain't got an issue with the so-called white man taking your money, giving your money to that devil. But you got an issue with the laws of the Most High.
Go ahead.
This is verse 34. Fail not to be with them that weep and mourn.
Oh man. Fail not to be with them that weep and mourn.
Yep.
God, hate your life. Fail not to be with them that weep and mourn. Me and these brothers, we was kicking it. First thing, hey man, this place got it. As soon as they walked through the door, man, I was asleep. I woke up, I saluted them, started talking shit about America, man. We started weeping and mourning. You know? Had some shots. This all, what else we gonna do, man?
Shit.
Hey brother, I got a promotion.
He's got a new apartment.
Yeah. Nigga, fuck that, man.
That's right.
That's just alright. You got a little more advantage in captivity. All right.
Yep.
Now what? You still gotta wake up in the morning. We gotta see Esau. All right. You gotta see Moab. Looking retarded.
Yeah, see trannies.
You gotta see trannies.
Yeah.
Some dudes don't have a problem with that. Some dudes are infatuated with trannies, man.
Yep.
Fail not to be with them that weep.
Yep.
And mourn with them that mourn.
And mourn with them that mourn. I mean, you're supposed to mourn too, man.
Yep.
Sighing and crying.
With sighing and crying. Not sitting in the cut.
Yeah.
Disgraceful.
Oh wow.
Oh my. Oh boy.
But what is commanded thee, Salakia, this is Sirach 3:22. But what is commanded thee, think thereupon with reverence.
Right. And we just read what was commanded you.
Yep.
All right. To love the Heavenly Father, honor His priests. Keep going.
For it is not needful for thee to see with thine eyes the things that are in secret.
Yeah, that's right. It's not for you, man.
Yeah.
It's not for you at that particular time. And it might not ever be for you, right?
Yeah.
Keep going.
Be not curious in unnecessary matters,
Right.
for more things are showed unto thee than men understand.
Oh, like the Jake asked if he was going to hoop with Yahweh Shai, man. That's an unnecessary matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ain't going. It's not pertaining to salvation.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, man. Certain question, like there's a saying.
Like, how shy is gonna be dunking on you the whole game?
Dunking on
Be like
niggas.
slapping you. Get the fuck out of here.
Here we go.
That's how shy, man. You don't shit on all of us.
Yeah, say it up.
So to speak.
You gonna throw your alley oop, you gonna dunk on Satan. Yeah, Satan's good. Satan's good.
We're gonna raise an elite team of Edomite, the Hoosiers. We're gonna bring back the Hoosiers.
Yeah.
We're gonna play against the Hoosiers.
Yeah, we're gonna resurrect the twos, you know? Yeah. Jake's gonna have twos on and shit, you know?
Come on.
High socks.
Yeah.
Jake gonna get a flat top, you know? Go back to the 80s. Excuse me, miss, do you have a question? You have a question?
I'm just curious about the Naphtali.
Where are you from?
From Chile.
You from Chile? Are you Mapuche?
I'm not.
Quechua?
No.
Are you a Spaniard?
I'm just Chilean.
So what's your lands? You know, you could be Quechua, you could be Mapuche, you could be Italian, you could be Spanish. And what's your descent?
Like my ancestors.
Your ancestors,
like
yeah.
Russian ancestor from Croatia, Germany, Spain.
Okay. Yeah, well, more than likely you're an Edomite.
So I think I wouldn't be in
you
Naphtali.
wouldn't. No, because Naphtali, that's pertaining to the indigenous people, like the brother said, the Mapuche, the Quechua. Those are Israelites. The majority of the people from Spain, unless your family's like from southern Spain, because a lot of them are Israelites, you know. But if you're like Castilian or whatever like that, or you're a real like an Edomite German or an Edomite Croatian, you would be a Edomite. Yeah.
What's the purpose for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
This is Sirach 3.
Would you say that the Mapuche are oppressed?
Yes.
Oppressed? They're oppressed down there, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, what about the Japanese? Are they impressed over there?
In Chile,
Yeah. They got money.
immigrants.
They got money, right? The Japanese in Chile, the Asians. But that's more. It's Peru.
That's Peru.
It's Peru.
Peru got
Peru
it.
have
A lot of Japanese. Are they impressed in Peru?
I wouldn't say in Chile you have like a group of Japanese. There are Chinese.
What about the Morenos, the blacks
Oh, they got
eh,
Chile.
Haitians in Chile.
blacks.
in Chile?
Oh, there was very few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they oppressed?
Now much more because there are coming Colombian immigrants, like black,
Afro-Colombians,
racial,
yeah.
and they are very discriminated.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are some areas. There are a lot of discrimination in Chile.
Yeah.
It's not as racial as here
Yeah.
because it's much social mixed,
Right.
so it's much more mestizo.
Right. Yeah, a lot of people mixed.
Yeah.
The Chilean national team, the soccer team, the reason why they're good now is because their team's full of Israelites now. They kicked off all the white boys, but all the Indios are playing.
Yeah, I think never was white boys.
See, but there's a reason why they don't want. They gotta play with Jake, man. That's
Yeah.
why they win. That's why they beat Argentina now. All right?
Yeah.
Because they're Israelites.
So are you just visiting here?
I'm living. Yeah, I'm living at Berkeley.
Berkeley. International student. What are you studying at Berkeley?
Environmental planning.
Environmental planning. So what do you think about fracking?
About what?
Fracking.
What is that?
Fracking. That's the process of obtaining more oil, drilling into the earth. For more oil.
Fracking.
Fracking. For natural gas.
It's very damaging.
What do you think about the Dakota Access Pipeline?
Well, they're all trying to destroy the earth. That's what
Who is?
it's the last. It's the last place they can destroy. They've destroyed humanity. Humanity doesn't know whether
Who's
it's the devil. Humanity doesn't know whether it's coming or going, let alone whether it's spinning or flat, because it's flat. It says so in Genesis. Non-movable plane.
Hey, I got
Non-movable. Non-movable.
There's some dudes in the truth. They'll talk to you. They want to hear from you.
firmament. NASA wants to call it the Van Allen.
Nigel,
damn.
get your followers.
You gotta
man.
follow her, man.
Hey, look, that's why you gotta go out on the
Gotta
street.
go out, man.
You got flat earthers out here, man. They need that word.
Hey man, she got more knowledge than us.
Okay, so look,
We're bugged out.
you believe the earth is flat. We don't believe it. Is
Oh, I know it
is
is.
the earth gonna get hit with missiles?
The Earth can't get it.
Is it going to?
If it's inside the Earth. You guys think
That's a
I'm
good
nuts?
point. This is a good point. Because the scriptures tell you that. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad
Wait
you
a
said that.
minute. You think I'm nuts? Because I read Genesis and it's a non-movable
Where
plane
does it say that?
in Genesis.
What?
Read the. I'll show you.
Go get it.
I need
your
a Bible,
Bible.
dude.
You got your phone? You got a phone?
No.
Oh, come on.
You afraid to read Genesis?
Well, I mean, where?
It's on a non-movable
Where?
plane,
What does it say that?
supported. You want me to show
This
you?
is one in
I quote
or
it.
two, or what does it go
Is
like?
this a test?
What does it go like?
Then it's on a non-movable
It doesn't say
plane.
that.
It don't say that.
It's not in Genesis. I've read the scriptures a couple of times
Okay,
in their
so
entirety.
maybe I'm wrong.
Okay, hey.
Then it's in
Hey, but you know
another book.
But you-
I'm pretty sure
But you do agree
it's
that
in Genesis.
but you do agree that the devil was so.
I have no
You
idea.
said it was the devil. Come on, you just said the devil. Was
Yeah, I did, but I
So
didn't
who's
say it
destroying-
was white.
Who's the doing it? Who's doing Who's doing fracking?
It's what?
Would you consider white people?
There is no person doing it. There
Okay,
is no
okay.
person.
Process of
We're
elimination.
talking about. You want to know who we're talking about? We're talking about.
Get it.
I don't even know what the fuck that
What's
means.
your nationality?
Jake, man.
I'm Mexican and white person. Okay.
Okay,
Jake,
Okay, so
Jake,
I'm-
Israelite.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Oppenheimers, the Schiffs, PJ,
Whoa.
whatever,
JP
JP
Morgan,
Morgan, all those guys that have been ruling the world as long as we've all been alive. And our birth certificates are no more. They're printed on a bank bond.
So you
paper.
agree that
they
those guys are the
are our owners.
Right? And then you agree that
I
those guys are
believe
the
they're
devil.
working for the other side.
No, they are.
You watch The
the
Rape
side.
with Justice? You watch that YouTube channel?
No,
Rape
I
with
don't.
Justice?
I watch
Check it
some
out.
other stuff.
Eustace Mullins would refute the flat Earth.
Yeah.
Huh? It's flat. Do you feel any movement?
Oh yeah. When you're in a
Come
car,
on,
when
come
you're
on.
when you're in an airplane, right?
You stick your hand out. You think it's gonna move?
When you're in an airplane, right? How fast are you going in an airplane?
I
About
have
400
no
miles per
idea.
hour.
Yeah, something like
You have an
that.
apple in your hand, and you throw it in your hand.
It
Is the
lands
apple?
right back in your hand.
Why doesn't it just fall back?
Why
Just
does
like
it fall
everything
back?
else.
Because we're contained in the
Exactly.
airplane.
Exactly, and we're
If we
contained
had our head
on
out
the
the
earth.
window.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
Okay.
Oh
But
my
you know,
goodness.
we'll agree to
You
disagree.
need to read Genesis.
I'll read it again. I'll read it again.
All right, sister.
Hey.
It's covered with molten glass, God's firmament.
All right, sister.
It's held on two pillars, non-movable
Hey, I know where
plane.
you guys got your breakdown from.
Non-movable plane. You got your Bible
the
right
elder.
in front of you. You're so silly to think
second
we're
and the
flat. Do you feel any movement? Have you ever looked at NASA's website? They show us CGI images, and then on the International Space Station, you see this.
Okay, so let me say
You
this.
see this, and people's hair is sticking straight up.
Will the Earth being flat change your condition here on Earth?
No, I think it could
How?
if people were to be aware of it.
Is that going to stop fractional reserve banking?
Okay, look.
Is that going to stop the poisoning of the water
You want me to tell you what
supply?
it's going to stop?
What?
What it's going to stop is, hey, what don't they want us to know? Why is NASA lying?
Okay.
What is NASA hiding?
Okay.
What are they hiding from us? Why do they keep saying they're out there?
So
And
is
they're
that going to prevent martial law from being instituted?
What? I am befuddled by your question.
So are UFOs inside the firmament or outside the
There ain't
firmament?
no damn UFO. Shit. It's everything is done because if you ever read Project Bluebeam or Project High Jump, you'll know.
Okay.
You'll know.
All right, we're going to go back
It's
into the
called-
we're going to go back into the scriptures.
It's called
No disrespect, but we're going to go back into the scriptures.
Yeah, valuable
no
information.
problem
Hey, shalom.
disrespecting.
Shalom.
Whatever. I don't know what that means. I know it says home or something like that. But if you're standing here clowning me, because I know I'm not
Clowning you.
moving.
We're not
It
clowning you.
certainly sounds like it to me. Let me read Genesis.
Come on, we're not going to do this. We're not going to
How
do
come you
this.
won't let me read?
Because we're going into a topic. This isn't your platform.
Yep.
You can set up your own camp.
Thank you.
We're dealing with you, but we gotta go. All right, come on, let's go. All right.
Adios. Good luck.
All right.
Try to read it.
Hey, shalom.
Shalom.
Whatever. It ain't my home. Hello, goodbye.
That's a Jake.
It's Jake, man.
Moving.
Hey, she's a character.
Yeah. Jake's a character for sure.
Hey man.
Hey, that's a heathen, right? That's a. I guess she's a
You're
Japhite.
gonna feel movement when the Most High send them earthquakes.
Yeah.
Right?
You did?
You guys in LA, you can get swallowed up in the earthquake.
She said a good. That was a good point that she made. She said, "Well, missiles will come if it's
Depends if it's inside the firmament or out.
Now we know without a doubt that the missiles are coming. So that's a cut on. That's a cut on the flat Earth doctrine right there, man. These missiles are coming. It's in the scriptures, man.
Straight up.
Yeah, so that's why they believe in that. They don't want the missiles to come.
Bro.
Yep. That's what it come down to.
Deeper meaning.
Yeah, it's a deep. Like Yashar said, well, really?
Really?
Put that second as a 16.
Starting at
13.
second Ezra 16 and 13.
You can't do nothing with. She's going to be one of the first to get tortured, man.
Yeah.
They're going to check out our history. Oh, man, she's a bug out. This is a bug out. You know, they're going to kill her, man.
Yeah, I'm starting at 11.
Okay, go
The
ahead.
Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder as present.
That's right. Keep going. Yeah, people are going to bug out when the Lord comes with this chariot. And we know that the chariots exist because of the scriptures, man.
Yep.
Yeah, she say Project Blueprint. Who was I talking to about that? I think me and you was joking. They're gonna say that there's no something because that was a fixation.
Well,
I think we were talking about that last night. How they going? What was it we were saying? We were saying that they're gonna say that was a hoax.
Oh yeah, the missiles.
Oh yeah, that's the spirit.
The nukes don't exist.
The
That whole Hiroshima, Nagasaki, also
fear
CGI
tactic.
shit.
fear tactic. It's a fear tactic.
Nukes don't exist.
The Cuban Missile Crisis was just a fear tactic.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, the fact that they had them pointed at America, right? There's pictures of it. There was documentation of people.
Yep.
That doesn't matter. That was all. They brainwashed everybody to say that, or they paid people off to say that. You know.
the footage of
Footage of nuclear explosions.
right, the footage of the bus that's getting knocked over, and the mushroom. That's CGI.
Yep.
Right. That's CGI. Come on.
Just to control the public.
Right. And you look at the footage, this shit looks real as hell.
You got dudes that suffer from radiation poisoning as a result of watching the explosion go off, man.
Yep. Soldiers.
So tell them that the nukes is fake, you know? I mean, them dudes, they ain't said that yet, but that's where it leads to, man.
Yeah, that's what they're on, man.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The road they're on.
The UFOs is fake.
But hey, Nigel, you gotta help her interpretation.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get the whiteboard out for her?
Oh, he gonna tell her to do her own research, man.
Oh, yeah, you gonna say
they don't edify nobody, man. You gotta do your own research.
The sun comes up from the east. That's what is being told. But guess what? The sun comes from the east. That's why they say the land of the rising sun. That's Japan. It comes up from the east and it goes over onto the west, and then it goes and then it turns around again and then it comes again. Why? That's why this side of the earth is lit and this side is dark. But you don't get that. You actually let these people clown you.
No, because they say that the Earth is a globe. They say
No,
it.
in the beginning, listen, in the beginning, they said that the Earth was flat. They said that if you would sail in the 1942, look, you don't know how history repeats itself. That's what I'm saying. Listen, in the movie 1492, that's when the thing was started. Not that's when it was started. Around that time, when the so-called white race came out the caves, when they came out the caves, and then they wanted to start traveling to places and stuff. But then they saw that the ships, right? The water, it would just go on forever. So they thought we're gonna fall off the earth. So then Columbus saw a ship going, and it was a really big ship. And all of a sudden, it was in sight, and then he was talking to his son. How you think the earth is? And then his son said the earth is flat. But then he took an orange apple, and then he put the orange apple, the orange He took the orange, he took the orange, and then he said, so if you stand here, have you ever stand on a great ball? A big ball? Do you know if the ball is as big as this thing, right? Even bigger. Do you know that if you walk on that ball, you're actually straight? But if you're from far off, then you see, oh, it's a circle. Why? Because at that moment, you are too small to notice any curvage.
Yeah.
Okay, then check this out. Now the boat, he looked at it and it was there. And then all of a sudden, he kept on talking to his son, and then he told his son, okay, look now.
Where's the boat?
And the boat was gone. How is it gone?
You know why it's like that?
And he said because the earth is round, because the boat.
It's because what our eyes do, right, is if you have like a stock of trees in line, the first tree that's closest to you
is the biggest.
And that's the point. After a while, we reach a vanishing point. There's a vanishing point.
Have you ever stood in the? Listen. Have you ever stood in the Eiffel Tower? No. Too many people are talking. What? Have you ever stood in the? Listen. Have you ever? This is the last one. Have you ever stood on the Eiffel Tower?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you see? Eventually, it stops. Why? That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but let
If it was
okay.
flat,
Alright.
you would keep on
Okay,
seeing it.
let's say it's flat. Let's say it's flat. Let's say it's flat like a soccer field, right? And you've got a torch, like the sun, and it shines down, and you're holding that torch.
But the
Do
sun
you
is a
think-
circle, right?
Do you think? Yeah.
Listen, okay.
It appears to be. A
No,
circle.
it is a circle because I can see
Okay,
it.
but let's say the soccer
The
stadium, right?
it's
If
not
you
the
hold
sun
a
give
torch
the
up,
whole light, but the
right,
earth coming
and you're
out.
shining it down, do you think that the torch will light up the whole
Listen,
pitch?
the torch on the bottom doesn't have fire. The sun is 100% fire, meaning it doesn't have something that blocks it from the bottom. It doesn't have something that blocks
What
it
I'm
from
saying
the top.
is the sun rays
Yeah.
will not reach the edge.
No,
Because in relation,
listen,
it's too small.
Well, listen. When it goes like this, how does it shine? It shines like that. Why? Because it goes like this. If the earth was flat, and sometimes the sun is in the middle of the sky, you do know that that's the time when they tell all the white people get out the sun. This is gonna fuck your ass up. When the sun is at its pit point, they tell all the, I know this, because
At the beach or something.
yeah, they tell the white people like, yo, do not go in the sun when the sun is at its peak. They say that. They say that. They say, they tell them, do not go out in the sun
Right,
when the
in
sun is at its
Australia-
peak.
In Australia, it's
right?
a big problem because they got
Right.
a lot of skin cancer.
That's you know
That's
when
a curse.
you know when the sun is in its peak.
Curse.
You know when the sun is on its
the
peak.
ozone layer.
Listen, you know when the sun is on its peak in Australia, around between 12 o'clock and 2 o'clock, right? Why? Because it's in the middle of the day. So that's when it shines everywhere, and that's when it's the hardest. So that shows you that it moves. But anyway, and it's circled. Read that, and we're gonna finish it up. No, if you go on, the last verse. But my man, they tricked you. They actually tricked you. As I was saying, in the 1400s, when the so-called white race came out the caves, they're already on how you call that thing. They thought the Earth was flat. But then a lot of people knew that the Earth was round because they read the Bible. And not only that, the so-called white man did expositions, right?
This
right?
is why
He did.
with the
Wait,
Church of
I'm gonna
England.
keep it short. Expositions. How you call it? That's how you call it.
Expeditions.
Expeditions, right? He went and he saw grafted in stone of the Assyrians. He saw that the Assyrians already drawn in stone the planets, and the planets were circle. And guess what? They drew every planet according to how they later found out through telescope and all those satellites and stuff, that those planets are actually exactly how these people drew it on the wall. So then they start asking stupid questions like, how did they know? They don't have technology. And then you think about the pyramid, the stones. Until this day, they don't have a vehicle, a crane or whatever. They don't have the vehicle that has the power to lift those stones
Even
that they
today,
lifted
they can't do it the same
back.
way.
Okay, that shows you that the people back then
They're more
had
advanced.
a form of knowledge that they do not have right now.
Exactly.
So if they draw the universe with all the planets, the so-called Mars, the so-called
Yeah, but
Jupiter,
that happened
the
in what? The
so-called thing.
1400s? You say 1500s?
No. That's when the so-called white race came out the caves. But
Yeah.
before that, that was like not maybe. That's 4000 BC, 5000 BC. That's the time when the Assyrians and the Babylonians, they already had the universe mapped out on not hieroglyphs. That's from the Egyptians. They had it just written in stone, drawn in stone. So and back in those days, you even had giants. So that should actually show you that what they're doing right now is trickery. You know what? Why they're pushing this flat Earth shit? Because
they're not.
you know why? I'll tell you why.
Obama silenced it.
No.
Obama
I'm talking
silenced
about the people.
No, he said, we're not
Listen,
gonna believe
he's just
in
a
these
puppet. He's just a puppet.
I know,
The
but
thing
that's
is, you know why they're pushing this flat Earth thing? They're pushing this flat Earth thing to keep you occupied with stupidity. Meanwhile, they're actually going about setting legislations, setting up laws to further enslave your ass. Meanwhile, you're all bugged out on this flat Earth thing, and they actually writing laws to kill you. You don't get that. You have something is called chaos out of order out of chaos.
Right.
First you bring chaos, flat Earth, give them that. And then you be like, okay, so meanwhile these buffoons are being distracted. We sneakily defy something, fix it up, and when we done,
Gonna be
we
like,
gonna put your ass in slavery. That's the concentration. Cause see, they're actually
That's how they did 9/11. Action, reaction, solution.
yeah, and that's what they're doing with y'all right now.
They're doing it. You say me, but everybody
y'all,
is saying
like
you.
everybody that believes in this flat Earth, you're being tricked. You're being tricked by the people that actually know what they're doing because they're far more intelligent and superior in thought, in wickedness, than most of the people here on the planet Earth. Now they have demons working for them.
Yeah.
And if you know, demons are the most intelligent beings that can actually communicate with men, except for angels. But those demons are actually angels. Give me the scripture about the evil angels.
Talking about demons. Yeah, one stop them up.
May I watch?
Yeah, you can watch. So read it.
Hey, I have first
I think it was
What are you guys preaching, if I may ask?
the Bible. We're preaching out of the Bible.
In a different,
You got
in a
that from me,
different
man?
setting.
You got that
which
from
one
me?
is it?